I no, I fixed it. I fixed it. It caught like most of it. I had to fix it real quick because since my PC reset, it reset literally everything. But we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Why? What is? Okay. Hold up. Give me a moment. I set this up once and then never used it, so it was, and I wasn't co-casting, so it's kind of messed up right now. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this my own way, cause screw this. Audio out, not audio output, audio input capture. Okay. And then go yell at your dad. Okay. Why? All right. We're being difficult now. We're being difficult now. I'm sorry, everybody. It's because you're hearing it through my mic. I'm sorry for the delay, guys. Things are not being nice for whatever reason. Discord.
I just had to
Okay,
go
they can hear
tell
you
my
now.
father to behave.
Oh, you can be heard. What? Why? Okay, I have it. It's Discord. It changed on me. It changed. What the? Oh my lord. Well, the properties for some why I have it so it should be. I did, and I set it to Discord. It's right here. It says Champions League Discord, but the new audio capture is capturing my microphone instead. After what? Yeah, hold up. I'm fixing it. Don't. Oh, here, got you. No, I got you. I fixed this. Speak.
I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
either
fixed.
team
No,
minds waiting
fixed.
is the problem.
Fixed. We're
Okay,
good.
go.
We're fixed. We're
Okay,
fixed, guys.
it's fixed. Finally, welcome everybody to the Season 3 opener of Champions League. It's not Champions League without a little bit of scuff, but we've had a long off season. We've had plenty of changes, and we've had plenty of new faces come into the league. Tonight, a bunch of those new faces are going at it. We've got Reapers versus Nameless Esports. The only familiar names here on this pitch from Season 2 are Shadow Dollar and Drew DeJew, who both made the grand finals, and Shadow starting the back-to-back tour, hopefully for her sake to get to in a row. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Season 3. Everyone's been excited for this, and it's going to be the best season yet. Casters, take it away.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Shadow.
Give me a moment. I gotta hold up. I gotta add all this stuff to the other slide. Give me like 3 seconds. I'm sorry this is so scuffed, everybody. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Add existing. That. Blanc. Alright, they can hear
We'll
you.
see.
You're good.
All right.
Go.
Perfect. We got quite the hell of a matchup tonight. We got our two teams, Nameless Esports versus Reapers. I'm joined by Blitz tonight. Super excited to get into the matchup tonight, as we are, like Shadow said, in the first game of Season 3 of Champions League. What are you thinking about that, Blitz? I'm excited for it. Are you?
I'm so excited to watch this. I'm very excited to see both of these teams come out, as this is the first game of week 3. So we're very excited to see both of these teams and what they can do. And I'm only expecting the best from both teams, as we have some reoccurring names, like Shadow said, with Shadow herself. And who is the other one again? Remind me real quick.
Drew to Drew.
Drew the Jew. So both of
Yep.
these individuals here are a little bit of rivals. They've seen each other previously, so we're very, very excited to get this on the road. Very excited to watch these teams play. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic to get this stuff on the road, as people are going to start joining the lobby here shortly. Do we want to go over our special little notes?
Yeah, I just want to point out a couple of different small details as we get into this. Most of the players on the pitch tonight are friends of each other. Shadow Dweller, Ufin, and Shadow GT, where they are opponents tonight, are friends, so they do have a little bit of familiarity with how they play. I do believe that these teams are ranked quite differently in the power rankings. Just a real quick look over that. Reapers up at 6th in the power rankings, coming out in the first week, and it does look like Nameless is a little bit farther down there, 14th it looks like on the power rankings board. So this might be a bit of a wash in favor of the Reapers, but you know, I would never count anything out. My last cast we had here was 2 games that went to game 5, 2 series that went to game 5, and both of them you could not have bet either way and been confident with them the way that they were playing out. So if there's anything I've learned in Champions League, it's never to expect what was expected, always to expect the unexpected.
100%. And as we're looking at some of these teams and some of these names, some things I want to point out: Shadow Dweller and Drew the Jew are actually brothers. So
Isn't that crazy?
that's gonna be kind of crazy to see that brotherly stuff come in, to see how it plays effect. And as you were speaking of power rankings, looking at the ranks of both teams, Nameless Esports has Shadow GT, who is GC2, Ufin, who is GC1, and Twisted J9, that is D3, and Alicia, their sub, is GC1, while Reapers have Rob from CA, who is GC3, Shadow, who is GC1, and Drew the Jew, who is D1 Div 3, with King Savage as their substitute at D2. So, very, very similar yet varying rosters. So I'm very excited to watch those low ranks, to see how they play in this, and if they can keep up with their teams and not mess things up. To see how the high ranks do, especially with Rob being a GC3, he's going to have to carry a lot of weight in this. So does he? And does, as Shadow, as we always love to see Shadow Dweller, get physical with that bump game? Do we see that?
Well, that is going to be the name of the game. Will we see these guys come out, play scrappy? Will we see them come out and be hungry on the pitch for claiming that title of being the Season 3 champions of Champion League? That is a title that is worthy of the crown as we get into our first game of Season 3.
Hell yeah, we love that excitement as we come into Season 3 here with some big names in bigger competition. We go
Getting out on the pitch here.
You got
it does
it.
look like Ufin and Rob going for the kickoff here first. Shadow catching this one off the backside of the kickoff. Both teams looking very, very even off of the first kickoff, though. Ufin, easy touch back to Shadow, and Shadow taking it all the way down. We'll have to differentiate between Shadow JT and Shadow Dweller.
We'll call
specifically,
JT.
yeah.
We'll call JT. He is JT. Shadow Dweller is Shadow. Just so
wanna
for
make sure that
the
we
viewers, so
keep
they
that
can
simplicity,
understand.
yeah. And it is going to be a little bit complicated as we may mess that up, but for the most part, we will be calling Shadow JT, and Shadow Dweller Shadow. As Shadow
Twisted
unfortunately
J9
misses that one.
putting a goal on here. It's a great play by him to get it past CA, and Shadow just getting that miss, which is really unfortunate, giving Nameless the lead with less than a minute down already. They're doing a great job here of asserting their dominance.
Asserting dominance is like the biggest key in these series where there are multiple games. The momentum is always so important as the storyline kind of plays out. Twisted now trying to challenge Rob so he doesn't get any sort of freebies on this one. Twisted now taking it back down. Does look like this.
Oh,
no! As I'm talking and trying to
JT.
figure out what I'm saying next, JT burying one in the back of the net on like a little bit of a misplay from Rob, I guess.
It's very interesting to see the high ranks of this team of Reapers both making an early mistake, costing 2 goals already straight off the bat. Very interesting to watch here, as now Ufin's going to take the ball and try to take a shot, barely missing that goal. Ufin trying to get it to his center, to his teammates, but gets knocked out of the way by Shadow. But other JT over here, now on the ceiling, going for the musty, but didn't have the flip. Rob getting it over twisted now, taking it up the sidewall, trying to get a good pass for his teammates down, but it's a little too high, as JT is now going to take the ball, booting it out center. Shadow and JT both getting a little scuffle, getting a good 50, Twisted winning that, and now Rob taking it up court here, gets a good 50 off of the body of, who was that? Ufin. As now we have Drew the Jew going up the Diamond 1, getting a flip reset and getting off to the sidewall. Hopefully his teammates here can stop the ball from pushing forward.
It's interesting. I want to point out that we did have in the power rankings Reapers being quite highly ranked, and Nameless being quite far below them. But Nameless coming out here getting 2 goals in this first game in the first few seconds, looking a little bit more dominant than we may have thought previously. Shadow putting one downfield to Rob, and Rob proving me wrong. Maybe they can break out of this prison that they've kind of put themselves in, warm up a little bit, and get those fingers going on the controller.
Definitely. It was a great play there from Shadow to pass it down to Rob, see that open opportunity, giving Rob a really easy dribble in there. Great team play coming from the 2 of them. That's what we want to see out of Reapers if they want to win tonight. As we have the kickoff here, Rob losing the kickoff and Shadow getting beat by JT. It's now backboard. Ufin is there but not able to put it on, as now Rob sends it lobbing and also getting the demo. JT is going to take this ball, try to get it past Shadow, and he does. Now taking the ball, getting a great 50 onto Drew. Now it's back, but Rob there to stop it and now put it on their end as Ufin's on his roof and can't get out. Shadow playing that physical game like we said he would, and Rob getting the goal.
That's such an unfortunate one from Ufin, because I'm really not sure how you recover your car in that scenario. I mean, it's just you're on the side of your car. Either way you rotate your car there, it's just going to be a bit of a hard one to get out of. So not an easy one for Ufin there, as Drew tries to take it, challenges a little bit of a hard one himself, but JT finding his way underneath the bar there. A beautiful shot coming from him, a steamer at net, and just completely unsavable, unfortunately.
It was great power and it was great placement to make it so Shadow couldn't get there in time.
I thought this was going to be a lot more dominant, but it's very close on from both sides here as we get towards the halfway point. Pretty back and forth in terms of all things considered. Drew now challenging in the corner. He's going to take it towards the center, trying to get something started for his team as they look to make their climb back. 1 goal is not terribly hard to find, but they do have 1 minute and 50 seconds to find it. Now Twisted down the field. Will he be able to find something? He's on low boost, but he does get the pass mid. Rob now forced to save that one away. He's going to go to the ceiling for it. He's going to follow it up. And he is going to get the touch towards center as Shadow. A little bit of a snaky one as they go up for it, but she is going to find the back of the net with a beautiful shot off the pass of Rob.
She had a great read there to be able to use that boost to her advantage and get her car where she needed to be to put that shot on net. Great shot, great pass, textbook plays with 1.5 minutes to go now. Both Shadows fighting it off in a duel here. Ufin taking the ball. Rob's going to hit it up here. JT going to keep it midfield, trying to get another touch and faking out. Rob and Drew both getting a demo, putting this only 1 man, giving Rob a chance to put a shot, and he does on net for them to now take the first lead of the day.
What a beautiful shot coming out from Rob here. A pass from Shadow to Rob. This is just textbook. We've seen it a couple of different times. They're just getting their players involved. The chemistry is looking good on the pitch coming out. They took a second to warm up, like we said earlier, but now they're looking pretty solid, looking a little bit more dominant like we thought they were. They're 100%. Finding their footing here.
I want to point out here,
So-
Nameless Esports just put in the chat, Nameless is only 2 coaching sessions in, so just you guys wait. So coming from Nameless themselves, keep your eyes open.
I'm actually very excited to see how that actually benefits them, as it does look like there's going to be a couple of issues that they might need to address as Shadow. It's another one into the back of the net, making this a little bit more hard for them to come back into. But what are you seeing from them, Blitz? What do they maybe need to work on going into the second game that they can kind of turn this around with?
I think a big thing here is the team play, being able to play as a team and play those passes, because that's honestly where Reapers are winning right now, is that team chemistry between Shadow Dweller and Rob, as it shows yet again. Another goal with a pass from Shadow over to Rob. They're just, that team chem is there, and we need to see more of those passing plays, those demo plays come out of Nameless to hopefully give them a better shot here.
I think being a little bit more okay with kind of just challenging and not hitting the ball, even though it may not, benefit them in the short term. The idea of, throwing just a man up, getting your hands up in basketball when somebody's shooting the ball from 3, as long as you get in between that person and the net, does make it a much more difficult shot, as JT going to try and line Ufen up for a nice easy one, but Drew clearing him out of the way. Shadow now getting taken out of the play as they've realized that the physical play might be the way to go, as Nameless trying to get back into it. Shadow, JT up to the wall. They get a nice little double, but 10 seconds remain and 3 goals is the margin. It's a bit of a hard task for anybody. 3, 2, 1, and the clock counts down. Does look like that might finish the game as soon as this touches, and it does. That's going to be a win for Team Reapers.
Definitely. That was a very back and forth game till kind of the end there, where Reapers really took advantage there. At first, though, Nameless was really looking really good in playing off those weaknesses Reapers had, but Reapers started connecting between Shadow and between Rob. I mean, look at the assists. We got 3 assists from Shadow, 1 assist from Rob, and 1 assist from Drew, making that every goal except for 1 was assisted. So they're just playing that team play. While if you look over on Nameless, only 1 of the 3 goals was assisted by Nameless, showing that in the end here, what it's really coming down to is that team play and being able to play as a team, because Nameless had more shots, but they weren't putting them on target because defense was always there. So you need to see more team play, I think, from Nameless to really get a good foothold in this match as we go into game 2 here.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they can do to turn this around. Nameless, obviously being a newer esports organization to the scene, and we are very, very happy to have them as a partner. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Nameless.
I believe they do have a. Yeah, it does look like they have a partnered channel. I wanted to double check that before
Yes.
I went and said something not true completely.
You are
Nameless,
good. Don't worry.
One of our partners over
Nameless is happy
in the
to
Discord.
be here. Nameless has
They
said they are
have
happy to be here.
They have a partner channel in our Discord. They also run some weekly cash tournaments. So if that's something that you or your friends would be interested in doing, feel free to go check them out in our partner Discord, !Discord, in the Twitch chat. Make sure you guys get yourself in there so you guys don't miss anything. As
100%.
Shadow doesn't
As
miss
Shadow
a single
not missing
thing.
a shot.
Oh my goodness.
Rob there forcing Ufen to put that up, and Shadow taking full advantage of that, as nobody on Nameless had any boost to do anything with it.
No, I mean, it's the boost game is one of the hardest in this whole entire game. I mean, I remember I was struggling with not having enough boost all the way up until, like, God, probably mid-champ. And even then, like, mid-champ, like, that's pretty high in the game regarding ranks. Like,
No,
most of these
100%.
people sitting around that same rank, as they are, all pretty sufficient to preserving their boost and whatnot, as we see that.
Definitely, and I do want to point out again, Drew the Jew is a Diamond 1, and he's holding his part, getting physical like his brother, or like his
really
sister.
is.
Good shot on net, but not able to connect here. And now Shadow's getting demoed by Drew, or Drew's getting demoed by JT. Ufen trying to get it out of their net and is able to before Rob gets it. Rob doing a pass back to Drew. Drew not able to find the target. Twisted taking up the wall here, but gets beat by Shadow Dweller. Though able to get that demo. Now it passes in midfield. Drew the Jew is going for the catch, but JT does beat him to the catch. Now Rob is sitting in net as Shadow is going to carry this maybe all the way, gets it over him, and puts in the second goal of today's match, or second match.
Honestly, just a nice shot from Shadow. Just some great basic essentials of Rocket League. A little full field air dribble, gets the nice touch over one, and manages to finish it nicely into the net. Well done from Shadow.
100%.
But Rob now trying to see if they can find one of their own. Not being able to find the touch that they were looking for. JT now down to the other side of the field. We'll see if they can find a touch over to the mid as Oofin to Twisted. Back to JT, back to the middle. Twisted now has an opportunity, but doesn't find the touch. Oofin seeing if they can keep this in. They will still have an attack opportunity, but we'll see if they can take advantage. Rob now clearing that one all the way down, nobody back. So, Twisted now trying to take that one. Shadow down to the, or JT down to the other side of the field. That one is tripping me up a little bit. Two shadows. I didn't really think I was going to have that much of a problem with it, but there is two shadows.
I don't think that's how the sun works.
Yeah, right. God, I wish. That would actually be really, really cool. Can you imagine the photography?
Honestly.
Now, Rob. We are way off topic. Let's get back on there, Rob. With the flip reset showing us that we should be paying a little bit more attention to this game as there was a possibly dangerous play lurking. Twisted now with the 50 there. We'll see if they can get something center.
Definitely Rob now taking it back to the orange side, getting it over two, but not able to fully get it into that net. Shadow keeping it on the wall with Oofin being able to get there, but no, Drew gets there first. Drew then gets dunked, but Rob's there to stop it from going in their net. 2 minutes on the clock right now, and there is no holding coming from either side for the past minute and a half. But Shadow with a beautiful touch, and even crazier shave coming out of JT there. What a really close play there for Shadow, but JT able to stop it as now Oofin getting a great pass to Shadow, or to JT, oh my lord. Twisted now trying to read that backboard, not able to. Oofin's going to pass it to the corner, Rob's going to hit that. But then we have JT taking it up the wall now. Going to have to face Drew the Jew. Gets it past him, but Rob's there to read that. As now it goes back to mid, and we're back to the drawing board here for the orange team. But orange team puts it on net. JT reading the room perfectly, putting that crossbar down.
Yeah, this is a bit of a grudge match between Shadow Dweller and Shadow JT and Oofin. You know, we did mention a little bit in pre-broadcast there that those three are friends off the pitch. But I think there's a bit of an interesting stat. Shadow Dweller has a 3-15 record against Shadow JT across all of their Rocket League matches. So I think Shadow Dweller has a little bit of a bone to pick here, and we are seeing it come out in full force as Shadow Dweller getting another flip reset, looking for another touch, trying to find something underneath the crossbar. It's a little bit of a hard one, but they are putting in work here in these first couple of games for sure.
Definitely. As we're seeing here, it's 2-1 right now with only a minute left. Orange here of Nameless is going to have to get some sort of traction as they are keeping blue on the defense, which is something I'm noticing is they're being a lot more aggressive, and it's working because it's wearing down on that team's defense of Reapers, but they're not able to put anything in with the clock dwindling to now only 30 seconds. Drew passing it to Shadow, Shadow to JT, JT putting it corner, Rob able to save, JT keeping it on the half, putting it on the backboard, now getting passed off to their side, Twisted getting a missed hit, Drew trying to get it centered, Twisted getting a good touch, JT now following it up here, gets it past Shadow, tries to get it past Rob, Rob's able to read it with now almost 10 seconds left here, we're getting down to the wire.
We could see a 0-second goal here. I'm never counting anything out. As we are down on the other side of the field, it is going to be a bit of a tall order to get that all the way down to the blue side of the field and score it. We'll see if they can maybe manage it, but no, it will drop to the floor, and Reapers will take another one in game 2.
5 shots on goal coming out of Shadow there, really playing aggressive as the 2 goals, 1 save. Shadow was really playing that offense for them, but Rob playing that secret defender and Drew's along for the ride, man. He's just along for the ride.
Drew's having a good time, man. Drew's enjoying
Drew
himself.
is
You
picking
know,
the flowers, smelling the roses, enjoying himself,
it's
man.
not every day that you get to play Rocket League at this high level with your brother. You know, I mean,
No.
I think Drew would just be happy to be here personally, and I'm sure Shadow's very happy to have their brother, you know, in this
Oh, most
game
definitely.
playing with them and sharing the pitch. You know, it's probably a pretty special experience.
Yeah, and as we look on the other side of things right now, JT's really doing a lot of the work. We need to see more come out of Oofin and Twisted. Twisted, they're mid-rank, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Twisted is currently their mid-rank, and Oofin's playing just about as good as them. We need to see more out of the both of them if they want to be winning this, as Drew has now magically vanished from the game.
We'll see if they're there for a substitution, or maybe they're coming getting out for a bit of a car change. We'll see.
They are
Sub,
having
it does
a
look like we are
sub.
getting confirmed. So let's see who jumps in here. It
King
looks like King
Savage.
Savage. Wow. I don't think I've actually seen King Savage play yet.
Well, we're
Coming in
about
as a
to.
Diamond 2 Div 3. See if that makes any difference for him.
We'll have to see is maybe they won't need the differences. They are 2 games up and 1 game away from winning their first week and putting Nameless into the dirt.
Oofin now on the kickoff. We'll see our Oofin off the kickoff, my bad. Taking that one to the back corner there. Maybe putting something together as they try to get something downfield. Shadow now, JT.
Ooh.
The man, the myth, the legend, going for a Cuxer pinch, but that's not quite on net.
Ooh.
Oofin will make sure it is, but Rob with a beautiful save right against the post there. Not much closer you can make it than that. Shadow Dweller tries to get it out of their half of the field. Maybe getting something towards the net, but no, JT passing that one away, and someone else passes away as well, and it's just rolling past the net. What is going on?
The chaos ensues as we have a triple whiff in midfield coming out there, all of them expecting the other to hit it, including making it so none. As we now have a lot of shots being put on this orange goal of Nameless, but nothing connecting, as now Nameless is taking the offensive side. Rob playing a great job at that defense and getting a little aggressive here, demoing Oofin and now setting up for an easy shot for Shadow, but JT is able to get there in time. Oofin it passing to Twisted, Twisted passing it up. These are the passing plays I want to be seeing here. JT on it, Twisted on the cross, Jade back to JT, what a save by Rob!
And nobody's
Holy
there.
Smokes.
Oh no!
Oh,
It
no.
could be another goal line opportunity, but JT saving that one away. This is just a beautiful. Like we're seeing Nameless turn around and really play like their life is on the line, because it is. So we are on match point for Nameless here. They are at risk of losing their first game of Season 3 of Champions League, which would not be the greatest for the morales.
No, definitely not here, because
Oofin.
now the stats matter.
Yeah, unfortunately, now the stats do matter. Every single one of these games matters. Oofin with a shot opportunity, and JT gonna bang that one home. Just left it perfectly center for him, and JT coming out of nowhere to get the crossbar down shot.
This is
Nicely
the Nameless we want to be seeing if they want to win. We want to be seeing those passing plays, making opportunities with those 50s, and they're playing this Reapers team perfectly right now.
They really are. I can't find a single flaw in their gameplay in this game specifically. I mean, minus the first 30 seconds, that was a little bit of a cluster from everybody. But but aside from that, I've seen some really solid gameplay coming out from them. Probably the best we've seen them all series.
Definitely, maybe it's the Oofin car change over into the Octane from the Fennec. Or maybe it's just the morale change and the mindset change, because now they're fighting on the line. They got nothing to lose and everything to win here. So they're playing like they got nothing to lose and everything to win.
A little bit of a misplay there coming out as one of our own Oofin backflipping. Shadow now taking the control.
Shout out to Oofin,
Sending
guys.
that one down. Yeah, shout out to Oofin. He's been wonderful on the production as of late here at Champions League. Also trying his hand as a caster. Huge shout out to Oofin, as we love having them on the cast. But Twisted trying to find something, the lowest ranked player on this pitch, I believe. Trying to find where they can kind of come into their play as finding opportunities is going to be a very hard task for a lower ranked or lower elo player. Shadow now, JT sending it down the field. King Savage back to the center for Rob, and that's just a shot downfield. That's just an absolute sniper from downtown. You can't ask for more. That's basically Steph Curry. Rob, you're basically Steph Curry.
Whoa there, guys. Don't need to be spreading that much glaze this early, Uncle Zan. Might have to be chilling out a little bit here, but now as we go for kickoff, Oof and Shadow tied 1-1 right now with 1:30 to go. Both teams are tooth and nail fighting for this. Oofin getting a great 50 here. Rob going to try to catch this ball. 4 players all on that ball though. Twisted bumping Oofin, but it might work, but no. Rob there again on perfect defense. JT taking that ball there from Twisted. Now it's going to be shot down by Shadow. JT going to get a good touch, and they're going to get it in. Not quite able to as Oofin misses, but maybe Twisted not able to put it in either, as now Shadow's going to take it, or JT's going to take it backfield to try to get some sort of action going. Oofin getting a good touch over the other player there. Twisted now getting a good shot down net. Oofin missing the shot actually, but Twisted pushing it back yet again. A lot of volleying, a lot of like tennis plays, but we got a breakout coming from JT. Can he get the redirect? No, he cannot. King playing that defense right now. Oofin turning around, putting that up. This is a back and forth game, man. It's just going back and forth.
Yeah, I like to call it, I have a term I like to call it ping pong Rocket League, man. Back and forth down the field like a ping pong ball, as Shadow batting that against the back wall as it shoots back down the field like a ping pong ball, like hence the name. Shadow now trying to find something a little bit more meaningful to do with it, but batted away by JT. Rob trying to take the control touch off the wall, but sets up Oofin for an angle, and he absolutely bangs it into the back of the net.
That was a great play there by JT, just getting out to mid and Oofin playing right behind him there to capitalize on that angle, giving them the goal lead with only 18 seconds. All they got to do is hold off for a little bit, and we could see the starting of a reverse sweep here.
We could see it. I mean, it's not exactly the craziest thing we've ever seen in Champions League.
Look at
but,
Metal Turtles.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Look at
They
Metal
were the
Turtles. They
low-ranked.
did manage to secure the both an underdog and a reverse sweep, which is a very tall order for your underdogs. But the clock is now down on 1 second, and it hits the floor. Nameless finding their first in this best of 5. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Oh,
But they do
seem
find
to
a
have
first.
a substitution again as King Savage is now leaving, and I think we're going to be seeing a re-entrance of Drew the Jew here. I'm assuming Reapers is thinking that their better half is Drew the Jew here, as they're now going to bring him back into here, and hopefully we can see some good stuff come from him. Rob really kind of carried that with 7 saves and 1 goal. Rob was really carrying that game.
Oh, looks like there's some trash talk going on in the chat. Maybe, possibly, your team should be called the Jewelry Store because you've got how much you pass your diamonds around. Oh my lord! Oofin coming out with the shots.
Fired.
I wasn't wearing my bulletproof vest today, but it looks like I might be catching strays here. Oofin unloading with the semi-automatic here.
That is insane.
Firing one off.
Passing the diamonds around as Rob admits to money laundering now. Now we got some dirt on Rob, guys. Rob, you thought he was the best man? He's committing some money laundering according to himself, so...
Yeah, and according to the most of the U.S., white-collar crime is looked down upon more than, most others, so good luck on
good luck with the court cases,
Rob.
man.
Yeah.
The
court of public opinion is a real hard one to deal with, man.
First the jewelry store, and now the laundering, man.
Yeah, right. But now JT seeing if they can get some vindication there,
save.
Trying to sneak one under the bar, but Rob and Drew going up for that, using the power of friendship to pinch that one away from the crossbar. Rob
Nameless
now
shots.
seeing if he could put something into play here as Shadow putting that one into the middle. Drew, flyby.
Oh.
Not quite getting the touch that he wanted, but it will give Nameless a bit of a chance to maybe get their feet underneath them. They're looking a little bit skittish in this first, few minutes of gameplay. My goodness, JT now trying to take control. Everyone trying to take these controlled touches. Everyone a little bit too afraid of banging it too far away from them, as we have seen in these previous matches here, Blitz.
Definitely. I'm thinking Nameless was doing really good at first, playing really aggressive, but now they're starting to like regress a little bit and give a lot of space here to this team of Reapers. As what a redirect coming out of Rob and Drew getting the pass there. What a great play from these two. Drew and him almost had a little bit of a love touch scenario.
Yeah, I can't condone giving this Reapers team any sort of space. As soon as you give them space to sort of get creative and cook something up, we've seen their chemistry and how deadly it really is. But Ufin now trying to battle back against it as it goes back to JT, passing it back down the field to Ufin, who does get a little bit of a doink, but Rob now on the back wall, he will save it away. Challenged by JT, sending it back mid. Nobody there from Nameless to go ahead and capitalize on that, but Twisted on the wall with low boost. Shadow now taking the one touch. We'll see if they can maybe get something to Rob on the backboard, but not finding the angle. That is a really close one.
Definitely here as both these teams are battling tooth and nail right now. With still 3 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen. But Shadow, oh, Rob with the demo and Shadow with the free net, and Rob saves the goal. Putting Shadow in shame as he's like, nope, this isn't cool enough to put in the net. Retry.
You know, I will give Nameless credit on the side of defense. They are giving Reapers a bit of a run for their money in terms of defense and how much heart and soul they're leaving there on that last line of defense. But Twisted gonna pass that out to JT. A possible double opportunity as Ufin tries to secure it. Cleanup crew coming in, but nobody's able to get that there. JT taking his hand again. Maybe he can get it away, but no, he can't get away with it. Rob saving that one away, and Drew has an open break down the field, but Ufin there to collect. Rob now maybe shutting the. Wow, they were shut down there as soon as I could say something about them making a offensive play. That defense from Nameless shutting them down. My goodness, Blitz, this is a fast-moving game when it wants to be.
It's also a tongue twister, man, with all these names sounding way too similar, man.
It really is.
But no, it's very intense as we're seeing both of these teams fighting tooth and nail. Lots of opportunities here from the Reapers, and quite a few opportunities coming out from the Nameless side. Both teams are fighting really well, especially JT right now, fighting for his life. He needs to see more of his team, though, if they want to see a goal, as they had a little miscommunication. Twisted bumping his own teammate there. But Twisted gets a nice demo onto the demo god herself, as we're now going tooth and nail, back and forth. JT trying to get a shot on. Ufin almost getting that shot on, not able to. Twisted missing the ball. Ufin there to touch it. Shadow, JT booming it over. Rob's able to read that, though, as now JT's going to try to get another touch, but gets read by Rob yet again. Twisted going up to just touch the ball. Shadow reading that touch over to Rob. Rob's going to try to get a redirect play. Not able to put it on target, though, as Ufin bats it away. Ufin now fighting Shadow tooth and nail for this ball. Ooh, a little bit of goofy camera play there.
Yeah.
Shadow going
Did
for
you notice that too?
The little jitter there. Yeah, we had that over here, too. But no, it's back and forth right now, and no one is giving any space, as this might go in, though. But no, Ufin there to save.
No. That is that's a scary one to try and save there, Ufin. Doing it the right way, not putting it in the net. But Drew, as I talk about putting things in the net, Drew comes out of nowhere and bangs one into the top corner there.
I guess the Julius store gives away pretty good diamonds, man.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, as far as quality of diamonds are going, I was gonna say something about it, but man, Drew is coming out and showing us that maybe there's a little bit of a place for diamonds here in this league. They've been, you know, it's been hard to quantify the impact of these lower ranked players in some of these games, earlier in the preseason as everyone was getting into things, but Drew coming out and showing that the lower ranked players can have an impact. But Ufin shutting my inspirational speech down. He said, no, this is how the higher ranked players do it.
Ufin getting a great read off that wall there, reading where it's going to go and putting his back end perfectly angled so it goes towards the net here, giving a little shimmer of hope here for a possible overtime coming out of Brain. Oh my
Nameless.
lord, Nameless. Holy. But 18 seconds left here. There's not much time on the clock here, but you're seeing Nameless playing full aggro right now. JT trying to play, but Rob stealing his boost, and Rob putting it towards their net now. Twisted is going to have to get the read. Oofin actually gets the save here, but time is running thin as now Shadow puts it down and in with a nice double coming out of Shadow Dweller.
What a shot from Shadow when the clock runs down and the pressure's up. Rob coming in for a little bit of a a bump, but everything, all credits to Shadow there, going up for the double and getting the flip reset. Not really using the flip reset, but still using it to get it in the net. Wonderfully done.
100% burying this game and giving Reapers the 3-1 game finish, with Reapers taking the first win of this entire season for any team, as they're now putting themselves on the board 1-0, giving them an advantage over a lot of these teams, because now they can sit back and watch the competition for the rest of the week.
Well, we are going to hop over here real quick to some, winners post-game interviews. What a wonderful game we had here. Everyone being, coming out and playing to the best of their abilities. Does look like we're going to go ahead and get Shadow and Rob and Drew the Jew, the siblings themselves, the Wonder siblings, coming in to get their. I don't think I have permissions to drag people in.
I should.
Oh wait, no, I do.
I'm golden.
That's a joke. I do have permissions to do that. Welcome
look at
in
you.
our winners for the first series of Season 3 Champions League. Team Reapers, well done. That was amazing. I can't say much more there. That was a well done game set of games of Rocket League. What do you guys have to say for yourselves first off?
Rob's the GOAT. That's what I gotta say.
Thanks, man. I
Except when he's
appreciate that.
saving my shots. Except when he's saving my
Yeah.
shots.
Oh, we made a comment.
We don't
Don't
need it.
worry. We saw that happen.
Yeah.
I
that
thought.
was
Go ahead, Rob.
a pure goal steal attempt, and I just saved it, and I was trying to stat pad. I can't. lie.
I covered for you. I said you just said the shot wasn't good enough to be in the shot reel, so you
That's
batted
true.
it away.
Exactly what happened.
Why?
Thought it was too easy.
No, that's
Poor
absolutely
Shadow.
fair enough. I'm really grateful.
This community's not letting you live that down.
Also, Shadow,
Well-
please, for future scheduling games,
Yeah.
do not put you with other Shadow. Me and Uncle Zan were dying.
Oh yeah, you guys. had
Oh, that was so funny.
I got bad news. We face off one more time this season, at least in week 14.
You know what, that's
Oh,
fine. I'll
Lord,
purposely
wow.
avoid that one. I'll
Man,
make
I
sure to
think
write
I'm
that
I
down on
think
my
I'm
schedule.
sick.
Yeah,
I think I'm sick on that day for some reason. Man, my goldfish has to go to the vet. I
no,
think.
my
No way, dude.
predetermined flu is gonna happen at that point in time. Not my bad.
Well, I guess the only other thing to really ask you guys about, we're really early here, first series of our season 3 coming out here. Is there any teams that you guys are really excited to watch? Any teams that you guys are excited to play against, or maybe a little bit fearful for?
Most hated. I'm not even afraid. I'm excited to see because I think that everyone's got them as their number one. Personally, like they have to go number one on the power rankings, but I don't think they're that good. I'm gonna be honest with you here.
Oh, shots fired.
Now we don't face them in the regular season, unfortunately, but I think that's a postseason matchup waiting to happen.
Hey man, it might come around.
It might actually come around, but I do have one final question to leave you guys off on.
I have one too, don't
How
worry.
would you guys, respond to these allegations that you guys have been passing diamonds around like a jewelry
you
store
beat me
from
to my own
Oofin
question.
here in game?
Yeah, do we have any?
Free Drew, bro. I'm getting passed around
No,
like freaking
no.
horrible. They don't feed me, they don't pay me, and they beat me. I need
Oh
help.
my god, guys, you heard
Calling
it here
it.
first. Drew the Jew gets abused.
No,
my
no.
lord.
But what I'd like to say is shout out Drew. So quite literally, the situation for getting him was I picked up a sub for Savage, and in Infinity Creative, Frosty was like, "Oh, I need that guy, or else I can't field a legal roster with the guys I want to field it. Please make a trade." I was like, "Okay, we did the trade," and I was like, "Yeah, let's just slap Drew on there for funds because we didn't really need a sub." And I was like, it'd be fun to run it with my brother as sub. And then last night we do a scrim. We're facing an XSSL who is GC3, a GC2, and a GC1, and we beat them 4-3.
Damn.
All right, all
Okay.
right. A little bit
So
of
this
bragging, a
team
little
is
bit of
firing
bragging.
on
baby.
all cylinders. Shout out my brother. Shout out my goat Rob. Excellent coaching, best in the world,
Thank you.
hands down.
Hey,
But
shout out Savage too.
Yeah, I
Y'all will
would
see
first
him
and
in
first and
later
foremost,
games.
like all I really want to say is shout out the team, right? Like Rocket League, as much as like people joke about it, like you cannot 3v1. Like you can look at the stats. Like I had this ball chasing group. Like yeah, I had a lot of points, but that does not happen without Drew putting in work to do everything that we're talking about, without Savage committing to the game plan, without Shadow completely changing their play style to like accommodate like a higher level of gameplay.
playing like numbnuts.
Yeah, I
See,
mean, like
I
it's
definitely
hard.
noticed the little bit less of demoing and more aggression, but the passing plays from you guys were phenomenal out there, man. Like watching you, Shadow, and even Drew getting in on the action. You guys were just one hive mind or something.
I mean, it's a new Shadow Dweller. We're talking about having the least amount of demos in the entire lobby, and from what I hear,
Oh
that's
shit,
that's
Shadow, are you gonna
that's
take that lying
different.
down?
I mean, that's the Shadow that also put up
I'm the new
430 points per game and had dominated. So like that's the one that's gonna this is having that in the arsenal and the repertoire, being able to switch play styles. It's not about always operating in this way. There will be teams where Shadow does get more aggressive with the movement and on the offense, but right now it's about figuring out what the win condition is, how to execute it, and we are on the same page with what that looks like.
Well, wonderful, guys. Really, really glad to hear that you guys are doing really well going into this early season 3 of Champions League. We are super excited to bring it to you guys, and we're super excited to see what kind of comes of that
Will
as we
do,
go.
Shadow.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys out of here so that we can close out and raid out of here. Wonderful to hear from you guys, and thank you guys for joining in.
I need
Yup.
to
Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh, yeah, you need to stick around. My bad.
Shadow needs a
Um,
stick. Shadow's important.
Shadow is important. We love
Shadow's
Shadow.
important. We love Shadow.
I didn't give you guys the full instructions. Real quick, shout out the rest of the games happening this week. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to keep an eye out for those matches. We still have some matches that need to be locked in, but we have a stacked card. Thursday at 9 p.m. is Spacebound Cowboys versus Twisted Isolation. Friday is Overlooked versus Lotus at 9 p.m. Saturday has Most Hated versus Thunderbolts. A lot of people's match of the week at 7 p.m. And Sunday is Hydra versus HSA Gaming at 6:30 p.m. That should also be another banger. And now, boys, you can take it away.
Awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. Very much appreciate you, Shadow, for doing this, even as a player, coming out here and getting everything done. The only reason this stream happened was partially due to Shadow being the GOAT, so shout out to Shadow Dweller.
Absolutely
Yeah,
huge shout out to shout out. One thing I also wanted to really quickly shout out as Blitz coming in here, casting and getting the production all ready and everything ready to go. He's over there, a general manager for the Rocket League team over at Overlooked. So if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at Overlooked, they have a partner channel, I believe, in our Discord, !Discord here in the Twitch chat. Make sure you guys go check them out because they are an awesome partner for us, and we really couldn't do it without them. So
And also shout out to my actual Rocket League team that I play with here, LAG Esports. Great people. I love working with them.
Hey,
I
no,
love
your
playing
team's
for
not
them.
playing tonight. Get out of here.
Hey,
Boy.
if we're gonna shout out, if he's gonna shout out the other team, I gotta be fair, man. I have to be
Get out of here.
fair. I have to be fair because I'm I'm a part
all
of
right,
both
but we're gonna
esports
raid out of
teams.
here today. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna raid out to Danger Taco, but thank you guys for watching Champions League. This was a wonderful night of Rocket League, and it was definitely not made possible without viewers like you guys, as PBS would say. But we will catch you guys on the next broadcast, whenever that might be. But
Yeah.
love to see you guys. Thank you, and have
Thank
a
you guys
wonderful
so
rest
much
of
for
your night.
coming in. All right, we're
I've hit
rated
the
out.
raid button.
Okay,
End the
so
stream.
defense